my little plant. His name's Gus. Oh, we have visitors. How exciting. Come, friend. What's cracking, people? Angelic Mayhem here. So, welcome to Darkout. This is a game that just came out on Steam. It's basically Terraria Plus. So, take Terraria and add in a research component to it, where you can actually build bigger, better things as you research bigger, better materials. Okay? So, let me just take you through this real quick. This game, I've been playing it for about 3.5 hours, and I was right on the verge of rage quitting at the beginning of this game, because there are just some things that they never explain to you, and you're just so frustrated, and you're out on the internet, and you're looking it all up, and it's just like, argh. But now that I've gotten past all that, and I know how everything works, it actually is not such a bad game. All right, so let me run you through it. So basically, it just automatically loads you into your last save game, right? This is obviously my name, and then the name of the planet. They actually ask you to name the planet that you crash on. Characters actually switches between the different characters, so if you have other characters that you want to play as, you can swap over to the other one. Now, options, okay? This is all right in terms of graphics and things like that, but when it comes to key binding, this is an awful key binding system. Now let me just show you. On the right hand side here, you will notice there's not a single letter E in anywhere here, okay? But if I try to rekeybind this as E, it says E already exists. How can that be? Well, let's try another one. We'll click on this and we'll click 1. 1 already exists. So already there are key bindings that aren't in the key binding area. And you have no idea which one's which. So if you sit here for 10-15 minutes, you might be able to come up with something other than this, but chances are you're not going to want to do that, so you're just going to stick with the key bindings that they give you, which are average. We'll call them average. So let's get out of that, and we'll get into it. Manual just gives you an overview of, basically the manual just kind of goes through the user interface, and it says, oh, this is what this icon means, and this is this area for, you know, like where your inventory is going to go and things like that. So, yeah, that's all that is. All right, so let's get into the game. Bingo. It spawns you every time at the spot where you begin the game. Okay, so this was where my spaceship crashed. Okay, when your spaceship crashes, you actually have to go in there. You right-click on it, and I'll give you an example of what that menu will look like. The same is true for a closet. If you right-click on a closet, it will pop up one of these, and you click empty, and it will take everything from here and drop it into your inventory, okay? Conversely, you can actually drop stuff into it. Then, actually, you can hack apart your spaceship and take the metal bits as scrap metal, which is really good, you know, in terms of the game. All right, so let's get out of that. We'll close that down. Because you can use scrap metal to do bigger, better things and actually build stuff. This is my little terrarium, right? And this is my garden out the back. I got a little table. I have a ladder. You can also go down the ladder. Now, keep in mind that the creeps that are able to crawl across the ceiling, they can also come up here. So, this is a device for actually combining things, and this is a furnace. Both of these are used in crafting. There is an extensive crafting system in this game. You have the opportunity to do not only decorations and things like that, but you can also do, like this would eventually be filled with armor. You can swap out, like these are the standard tools that you use. These are weapons. And now some of these you won't recognize because if you're just starting out the game, you know, because I've been doing some research for 3 hours. This is the research menu, also same corner, right? So it says ammo level 3, and then underneath of that it says requires combinator, which is that thing that I plopped down. It's that blue thing. As long as you have 5 arrows and 1 bucket, you can, a bucket of tar, actually, you can use those to create the quote-unquote prototype, and then that will allow you to create as many of those afterwards as you want. They will then become part of your crafting system. But you have to be able to combine these items together right now in order to do the research. what'll happen is this little icon goes in the little box, and then, you know, it just kind of sits there for a little bit, and eventually you'll be able to do it. All right. Certain things you can't research without one and or both of these items, so that's why you should build them first. To turn them on, and this is something that they do not tell you, you have to right-click on them, okay? So don't accidentally drop coal in the ground here, hoping to put it in here to power the thing, because then you'll lose your coal, and that's bad, because coal is very hard to come by. I'm talking to a man who lost 90 coal. I got a door here, keeps out the bad guys. I also have a ladder out here. These plants will spontaneously form. You have no idea what you're going to get each time you come in here. Uh-oh. Come here. Whoop. Pick that up. I do have a couple torches here, but they're starting to burn out. So over time, you know, you'll actually have to. I have that hotkeyed to 7. The box on top is torches, and it is controlled by the left trigger on the mouse, and then the bottom one is controlled by the right trigger. So if I wanted to dig, I would just, not there, over here. I would just kind of give it one of those. If you hold it down, it will actually dig a hole. I don't want to do that. And then pull out your torch with the left button. You can actually plop one of these on the ceiling. Oops, maybe not there. There. Perfect. And now we have light. Now, here is something interesting. Okay, so you can see how this cave wall, right, ends right here. And then this is literally open space. While these creatures cannot come in through this hole, there are flying creatures, like for instance this creature right here, which actually can. So what you need to do in that case is you actually need to take cave wall, which you can get by going, let's say, someplace else, right? And you, oops, one. And you can actually hold down the shift key and dig out the wall, okay? Then that will add it to your inventory, and then you can bring it back here to your house and actually stack it. If I go 0, I can then add more wall here. And just to show you what that looks like, boom, wall. And basically what you have to do is, you know, you go up to a tree, right? You cut down a tree, now you have wood. Turn the wood into wood planks, and now you can build these walls. And then, you know, if you do a little bit of research, now you can build a door. So this is how you're going to go about the game. Most of your time is going to be spent digging out tunnels and things like that initially, and then you'll get to build some bigger, better stuff after you find a nice place to plop down and, you know, start doing some research. Now, it's actually pretty expansive. It's 2D, just like Terraria, and you can go infinitely in one direction or infinitely in the other direction. Anytime you die, you'll come back here, and you won't lose any of your stuff. You'll notice that I had to build a flat surface here in order to plop these down. So if you're trying to put them on the ground, they will not go there, and they won't tell you why not. You're going to get a lot of that in this game. You're going to be trying to do things, and it's going to not tell you why you can't do them. So it takes a little bit of experimentation and, frankly, some usage of the internet. This is a tunnel I dug out earlier. Comes down here in this direction. I also have a vampire dog, so we're going to wipe him out because he's going to have good stuff for me. Do that. Again, these plants spontaneously join in, so this is a hole I should have covered up. That's okay. You can dig up, oops, not that one. You can dig up all these plants, right? Down in this direction, I could chop down all these trees. This is an old watering hole I suck the water out of using buckets. 3, and hack. Oops, come here. Bingo. And I picked up some goo. The jelly goo you can actually put into bottles, and then the bottles glow. I don't know exactly what it does yet, but... Alright, here's water. You can actually swim, alright? If I were to dig down right here, it would actually empty this out, and then I could walk there. As long as you're at the top, you're able to actually... Ooh, hello. Come here. Come here. I don't know if anybody noticed, there was like a little glow thing here. That was to let you know that down there there's probably like copper or gold or, you know, whatever mineral is down there. You can actually dig down to it. Oh, there is something there. I was wondering what that was. And wait a minute here. So there's probably a tunnel here or something. Let me oops. Ah! 3. me that. Alright, now wait a minute here. Ooh. Ooh. I'm glad I opened up a light. Now, uh-oh. Bad guy. Now, you can actually drop down items. So, if I were to, let's say... Oh, no, not there. Let's go right here. We'll just drop this down. I can't drop it down here. Why can't I drop it down here? Alright, you know what's better? Let me take some wood. And I'll just build a little platform. 9. Perfect. Now I know I can drop it here. There you go. Now, you can drop stuff down, but these things are incredibly important. So you want to make sure that you pick them back up. To do that, what you have to do is you hold down Shift, and you press right-click. And that will pick up whatever's there. Again, something else that they do not tell you in the course of playing the game. This guy, he's just going to stay over there because he's too far away. But that's a good thing, because what I want to do is I want to drain this lake. Alright, so we're just going to dig down a little bit. I think that's good enough. So now all I have to do is just dig down right here. And you can see that the water's already starting to drain, right? And it'll pool there. And then little by little, this lake will actually fill this up. So it's some good water physics in this game. And the same is true for... Try and get some of these... I don't know what kind of... This looks like coral, which might come in handy later. I don't know exactly what I can do with coral, but... You know. Bingo. And now it'll just go down here and fill into that lake that's down there. And it will expose what I want, which is this stuff right here. But so anyway, that's the kind of stuff that you get to do. Obviously, if I dug down here, I could just empty the entire lake, but I'm not going to do that. Move on to other things. This is actually at the point where I stopped exploring, but you can head off in that direction if you want to. I built this bridge here in order to get over the lake originally before I, knew how to actually swim in it. I would say that if you're into Terraria, this is definitely an interesting upgrade, especially when it comes to doing research and things like that. I do lament the fact that, sadly, they don't really explain much to you in terms of being... Oh, man, I left behind a light. Ah, that sucks. Alright, I'll go back and get that later. These lights I can't create yet. They came off the space shuttle, so, I don't actually want to lose any of them. I'm remiss to leave that behind, but whatever. Lights. You can see I actually had to patch this wall because there was things coming in here, so... This is like my safe haven. My little plant. His name's Gus. Oh, we have visitors. How exciting. Come, friend. I was going to make espresso. There it is. Ah, so sweet. So anyway... That is a look at Darkout. I hope this video helps you, and if it does, please click the like button or subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content like this in the future. I'm Angelic Mayhem, and I'll see you next time.